Welcome to another episode of our real estate podcast, Hustle and Motivate with Cyrus and Dani.
Brought to you exclusively by the Pacific West Association of Realtors.
How's it going this week?
It's going. We're figuring it out. I feel like I'm starting to get used to this new normal. And when we have to go back to what actual normal is, it's going to be a little bit of another shock. It was tough in the beginning having to, I was at home all the time with my baby and my husband and all of my animals. And it was just like very, very difficult to get work done. And so we kind of had to make a little bit of adjustments. But now I'm like almost really enjoying the family time. And then when we have to go back to, normalcy where I'm not going to be with everyone all day long, it's probably going to kind of suck. But I also, want to get back to normal. So we're figuring it out. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same situation where I feel like I kind of have like a routine now. Like finally I've gotten down to like, okay, this is, we're good. We got a routine down. We're moving. I know what I'm doing in the morning. I know where I'm going. And that's like a big thing. I think what I've realized, at least from like what we need to do to work from, to be productive working from home, is create some sort of like daily routine. And I think that's exactly what you and I are talking about. Like we finally found our groove,
Yeah. And then, we have found our groove, but then I really don't think this is going to last for forever, but we are going to have to adapt all over again. And so it's just, we just got to keep staying on our toes. So when it comes to your routine, like what are you doing so that you stay motivated all day?
So actually I still get up early. I do my workout, do what I need to do.
What are you doing to work out if you can't go to the gym?
I bought a rowing machine.
You did?
Yeah. So I'm like, I love the rower. That's my, like, when I go to the gym, I'm like, I jump on the rower and I'll be on there for like 30, 45 minutes just because it's like something that I can do with close my eyes, not even think about anything else.
And you just go. Yeah.
Just go. Yeah. So that's kind of helped me stay sane, because like even in the middle of the day when I'm like just like going crazy with different things, I end up just jumping on my rower and just kind of zoning out. So that's really cool. And then I get up, I shower, after that I shower and everything, and I get ready. Like I actually will like get clothes on for the day, like if I was going out.
You're better than like 75% of the world right now. You are.
But like that's what makes me feel like, okay, like I like I'm ready to work, like if I stay, honestly, like, and I know a lot of people do, like if I stay in my pajamas all day, like I just mentally can't, like I like will sit in, I'll just kind of be lazier and things like that. So like I love like getting up, getting ready, and then like going,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm full on get dressed. I mean, okay, so I'm a very, like I'm on webinars and doing podcasts and, talking with clients on Zoom or whatever, you guys want to use all of the time. So I'm kind of more of like a waist up dressed kind of person. Like right now I'm wearing this cute little flower shirt, but down here I'm wearing these striped leggings. Let's be real here.
They call it the video chat mullet, It's
exactly. It's like, let's be real here. And also, you are in a much different position than I am. I'm also chasing around a toddler all day long.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want to wear jeans if I'm at home and I don't have to, but I really think it's a matter of, establishing some sort of morning routine where you wake up, you do something for yourself to get ready, kind of get the day going, and you have to find out what works for you is what it comes down to,
Yeah. I think so many of us are used to, okay, if it is going to the office, if it is whatever it is, like you have these like like triggers to work, your brain is like, oh yeah, I'm in work mode now. Sure. And so I think it's about finding what that is. Some people like Jack, my business partner, it's like reading the newspaper in the morning. That's like gets him ready to go for the day. You know what I mean?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So I like, for me, it's that exercise and shower, get ready. Now I'm ready, and if I don't do that, it's like, I'm just kind of lazy and chill out. And
Lazy.
so
You're like half on your computer, half watching a show in the background, and
watching The Office
yeah,
over and over again.
all that we watch. That's so funny. I didn't know you love that show. It's the only thing we watch. We'll watch something at night, but then we'll always put on The Office to end. The other day, Connor put on like The Office at like 8:00, and I'm like, you don't understand. We're gonna be watching this for 3 hours now. Like, we do something else first. Anyways, we digress. But I'm really into The Office.
I'm like, I probably have every single episode memorized now. So I just say it's on repeat too. So that's cool. Look, we just learned something about each other.
Fun fact.
Yeah. So what else are you doing? Like in your business side, like, are you like creating lists still? What are you doing to keep your business continuing to flow, like from working from home?
I'm still heavily involved with my CRM. Like, I'm making sure that I'm staying on top of, my clients, and so that way I can stay top of mind. I am not actively putting out there to my clients, where normally I would reach out to them and talk with them, and then kind of, obviously the conversation usually goes towards real estate, and then I tell people that I'm always happy to help them and anyone that they want, kind of hunting for those referrals. But right now I am not actively telling people that, here, everyone knows I'm a realtor. All of my friends, everyone around me, everyone knows I live and breathe, and will die real estate, honestly. And so it's like right now it's just about staying in front of my clients because I care about them and their well-being, just because I'm a good human. And so I am using my CRM, but I guess in kind of a different way. I'm using it to make sure that I'm talking to everyone and that I'm hitting everybody in my database, but mostly just to make sure that they are, what can I do? How can I help you? Are you surviving this quarantine, or are you one of the people that are really having a tough time with it? And so that's something that's definitely helping me. And also our brokerage is still super involved. We have multiple meetings a week just to check in on each other, see what everyone needs, and just kind of keeps you in that real estate mindset, because it's very, very easy to kind of fall off track when you don't have someone saying to you, hey, you haven't been in the office in 5 days. Like, what's up? Are you on a million appointments? Are you kind of lagging right now? So it's good to have that constant accountability.
Oh, that's really cool. So you guys are doing like multiple meetings a week compared to like you used to. I know you used to have like one meeting every week, right?
We still have our Tuesday morning meetings, and that's our sales meeting where we go through our transactions, new disclosures, what's new with the market, all of that kind of stuff kind of happens on Tuesdays. And then right now we're kind of going through a training program on how to just, bring our business to the next level. And we're talking on Zoom 1 or 2 times a week after that, just so that we can, and that one, I mean, the sales meeting, it's pretty mandatory. We all really should be there because it's where you're going to get like the meat of what's going on in real estate. Everything else is, if you want to grow your business. And so it's not, the people who are there, people who show up are still wanting to continue to grow their business. And so, it's all optional, but I mean, I'm not going to miss one. So
yeah, exactly.
We got to keep going. What are you guys doing with your place?
No, we're, we're doing, so interesting. We have our Monday morning meetings that we're doing. And then pretty much throughout the week, like I'm calling my agents just to touch base with them and see what they need, where they're at, so on and so forth. Yeah. And then also, but like for my business and what I'm doing, like I've used the CRM, and I'm like a big believer in you like heavily use your CRM. And I think I've found like how much I wasn't using my CRM. Yeah. Like I've just been able to dive in and be like, oh my gosh, this will do this. It'll send, and like I have so many cool things. So
There's so many different reports and ways, like analytics that it can show you about your business, and it's really cool. So I use Referral Maker, and the thing that I love about it is it tracks all of my activities. So if I ever look at it and I'm like, dang, I didn't close any transactions this month. What did I do 3 months ago? And I realized I was kind of lacking on my calls or the notes that I was sending to my clients. I'm like, oh, that's exactly why it happened. So it's huge to stay on top of it, because right now you're either everyone is not going to say no one. Business is changing right now. You might still have transactions the next couple of months. Things are probably going to shift a little bit. I'm not saying that we're going to have some sort of crash or anything like that. But right now, even though it's going to be much different going out, and it's going to be tough right now to go show 9 or 10 properties on a Saturday. It's kind of just not happening right now because
Yeah.
honestly just not safe. So that's going to shift our business a little bit. But as long as you stay on top of it now, your business is still going to flourish in the next 2 or 3 months. And you're not going to have that dip where you're like, what was I doing 3 months ago? Oh, I was quarantined. Well, just because you're quarantined doesn't mean that you can't talk to people.
100%. That right there, like, that's where I'm trying to get across to people. People are like, I was doing another interview the other day and he was like, well, what do you say to new agents that had this whole business plan this year? And then they're like, you know, it all got derailed. And I looked and I was like, everybody's got derailed. It's not just yours. So like adapt and keep moving, you know? It's crazy. I've taken advantage of the resources that PWR itself, like our association, more than ever, which I think that a lot of people have, because like even our YPN economic update, we had like over 300 something people attend.
Turn.
Yeah. And so, and I think that's great. And I think that that's something that we should be doing even when we get back to, you know, whatever normal is, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is like, I think that what I've realized working from home and doing what I'm doing is like how much I could take advantage of. And I thought I was taking advantage of 100% of it. And I wasn't, you know? And so it's really cool. Like, yeah, how much I've learned about. So, I mean, gosh, it's really cool. I'm enjoying it.
Speaking of PWR, I just think that we are so lucky to be at this association with everything that Phil and everyone did in order to help, you know, Long Beach kind of shift gears a little bit in order to stay away from all of the, you know, extra rules and regulations that come with being a part of LA County. I mean, that's just such a huge part that's going to like be instrumental in letting my business continue. So PWR has been doing so much stuff in order to protect its agents. And that is, you know, we're really, really lucky to be here. So many associations don't, I mean, I'm not going to say they don't care, but they care less than ours.
We're the best. That's all. No, but you know, really, all of the I mean, we have people all the time that like always ask like, hey, can we take advantage of your guys's you know, can we go to your webinar? Can we do this? And it's just so funny because their associations aren't doing that. And so I think that it's cool that we have those we have the ability to take
the tools that we need in order to keep our business going. Yes. If you choose to do it, because right now a lot of people are choosing not to, and everyone has their own situation. Everyone is, you know, in their own unique boat, and you just have to, you know, take your own situation in stride and just do the best. That's all we're trying to do, especially when it comes to working from home. Some people, I mean, you know, I have so many clients who have kids who are at home now, and now they're having to not work and homeschool their children or work from home and homeschool their children. And it's just, we have a lot of expectations now having to work from home. And really what it comes down to, honestly, is we just have to do our best. Do your best. Everything isn't going to be the same.
Yeah. Just do 1% better every single day. Just keep doing well. I'm 100%. And then like, what's really helped me is I have my calendar, and then I have my schedule every single day. It's like we go back to what we were talking about before, but that has become like even more useful now because I really have there's nothing really, you know, like I have to keep a schedule, or else, you know, I could just watch The Office all day.
Yeah.
You know, so
it comes down to where before the things that we would just try and slide into like between appointments, if you actually put it on your calendar, even things like, you know, I had a friend the other day, we were talking and I was like, you know, I'm kind of lacking a lot of motivation to exercise right now, to work out. And she's like, just put it in your calendar. And I was like, you're totally right. If I just go and say, go on a run, because we go on our morning walks to get the dogs out, get Claire outside every day, which is great. But like, you know, meandering around my neighborhood isn't going to really do it for me right now. And she's like, put it on your calendar, 8:30, you're going on a run. I was like, you know what? That's a really, really good idea. So it doesn't matter what it is. Put everything on your calendar. It's going to make you feel so much more productive and happy at the end of the day. Like I have on my calendar right now, I have a listing that I closed like 5 or 6 days ago, and I realized today I haven't picked up the lockbox yet, and I'm like, I have to go do that. These poor people, they bought this brand new house, and this giant blue box is sitting on their front doorstep still.
Yeah.
Like, this is annoying. So I put it on my calendar. I'm like, okay, that's something I'm going to accomplish today, and I'm going to forget all of these little things or great ideas that I have if I don't be intentional with making sure that I get them done. So the calendar.
Yeah. So literally everything I do is on my calendar, like everything, down to like when I eat lunch, because I will forget to eat lunch.
Yeah.
So like I've been really really on top of that. And then like I have an assistant, and like, so I'll like, if I'm like thinking of something, I'll just text her, I'll message her, and I'll say, hey, put this on my calendar, boom, because then it's notifying me, hey, you're gonna go do XYZ. And it's exactly that. Like I closed on a listing last week, and I had to go pick up the lock boxes, and then like I had to drop off some paperwork or whatever. And if it wasn't on my calendar, I would have forgot, because I was in the middle of something else.
I completely forgot. I feel bad. But like I said, we're all just doing our best. We're doing our best.
Exactly. And then like, I think another really good thing that's helped me a lot is you know, I use something called Click for my team and everything for communication. It's like Slack. It's like, you know, it's a communication app. But what I've done is I've really utilized that to, you know, communicate with not only my team, but also my clients. So I've been able to kind of merge the two, and that's helped tremendously, because like, for instance, if I have showings or whatnot that I can't make because I'm, you know, overlapping, I just add one of my team members into it. And then I'm like, hey, you know, Brian's going to be showing these properties, yada, yada, yada. And then everybody's on the same page, because the whole message, the thread is there. So I've kind of streamlined our communication, which has really, really helped, you know, with either that, or like a lot of people that aren't using Click or Slack or anything like that, like just group messages, right, on iMessage or whatever.
Yeah, we do Slack, and honestly, Slack has been great for me. I mean, we obviously use it for YPN, we use it for our brokerage. I haven't thought about adding my clients to it, but I think that's a really, really great idea. I just think right now, you know, we're learning how to really utilize technology for our benefit. And even though, you know, we are quarantined and going through this, you know, transformation of real estate and the way that real estate's run, it's going to continue. You know, we're going to learn all of these things that are going to help us better help our clients in the next couple, you know, for forever, really, that we're learning now that wouldn't have happened if we weren't forced into it. So
exactly. And I think that it might have not happened now. It might have happened in a year, 2 years, or whatever, but now we just have to do it at a more rapid pace. Yeah. And so I think it's an amazing, I honestly think it's a great thing. It's kind of crazy. It puts us all off our game, but I think that, you know, without some sort of adversity, there's no growth.
Yeah.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about all of this, is that we have so much growth in so many different areas, and, you know, with just the world in general, you know?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, you know, yesterday was Earth Day, and they were showing all of the differences of, you know, pollution in places and animals coming out of hiding because people are, you know, not wreaking havoc on their natural habitats anymore. And it's just, it really, you know, this is obviously, you know, hurt the economy and put a lot of people out of work. And I'm really hopeful that, you know, once this goes over and we start getting back to normal, that people are going to be able to get rehired at the restaurants that are going to reopen and all of that. But you have to look at some of the positive things that have come out of this. And it's like our world is healing a little bit right now. And that's a great thing to, you know, take away from it. Obviously, you know, I just want to get back to normal, of course, but we have to try and think of some of the positives that are coming out of this, in order just honestly just to like keep our mind right, because if we just keep only the negative, that's not going to go well for anybody. Yeah.
And like, at least through my life, what I've realized and what I've noticed is anytime I've had to deal with some sort of adversity or some sort of roadblock or anything, when I got through that, I was much stronger. And whether it would be in my personal life or my business, and everything worked a little more efficiently, because I you know, was in what way and in some way enlightened more, you know. And it's just so for me, I realized, hey, we're here, but there's a lot of positivity, and we'll just get through it and we'll move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some things that you've been doing like outside of your business, but just like personally, that are helping you, get through this time of being home and, quarantined and everything?
So I'm like super big on like my family and like everything, and I haven't really been able to go see them. So like I FaceTime my nieces and my nephews, and like my niece is 3 years old the other day, and she called me on my mom's phone because she lives with my mom.
Yeah.
She FaceTimed me, and I like went outside, and like she wanted me to find her a cat to look at. So I just like walked around and like looked for cats for like an hour.
Trying to find her a cat. That's cute.
Yeah. And then she wanted a pink one, which was just a ridiculous request. But
yeah, you're like, that's not I've been doing a lot of FaceTimes and a lot of Zooms with my family. Like I miss them so bad. And it's just, things are kind of getting shaken up a little bit. My little sister was supposed to be getting married next month. And so that's getting pushed off. But we had bachelorette parties and bridal showers and all of these events where I was going to be home with my mom and my dad and all of my family, my sister, my brother. And it stinks, And so I feel like we've been doing a lot of FaceTimes, a lot of Zooms. Like Claire, we had her first birthday and I had everyone come on Zoom and everyone sang her. We were going to have like this big, awesome birthday party. And instead we had a Zoom party. Honestly, it saved me a lot of money, so that's okay. But it just wasn't what you expected. But it's like, I think that's the thing I'm struggling with the most is I really, really miss my family a lot. I'm like,
human interaction.
Yeah. I miss it a lot. But we're almost there, as long as people continue being safe and doing the things that they're asking for us to do, and that doesn't mean, I think that sometimes people get a little bit confused that being quarantined doesn't mean that you need to completely isolate yourself, because everyone is hungry for human interaction, like call people, text people,
Yeah, that's what's really, honestly, that's what's really helped me is just like talking to people and like just getting on the phone, getting on FaceTime. The funny thing is I went and put gas the other day and I was at one gas pump and the lady was at like two gas pumps in front of me and she was like, "Hey there." And I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And she goes, "I'm just saying hi to everybody I see," because like, and I was just laughing.
Not anyone anymore. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's really cool, right? So
I have to get gas later today, which sucks. Wear my gloves, wear my mask, will be fine. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say hi to everyone. They're like, "Who is this chick?"
Yeah. But like people are more like when before it was like kind of like it was like now it's like, oh, that's nice, so yeah, that and really just honestly working out and doing trying to keep as much of a routine as possible. That's what's keeping me sane, to be honest, because we are creatures of habit. That's the reality, and it's just about trying to keep that routine, trying to keep going, because like you said, this will be over with, eventually, and we're going to get back to a different habit. We're going to have to adapt to that again, but that's okay, So
just got to keep moving forward, keep doing our best.
Yeah. So anyways.
Stay strong. Try not to drink a lot. I saw this really funny meme the other day that there was no time in between coffee time and wine time. It just like automatically like goes straight to it. And I'm like, that's probably very relatable for a lot of people.
I was yesterday I was on a call with like everybody. It was a happy hour for 30 under 30 honorees, and we were talking and everyone was like drinking, and they were like, "Cyrus, where's your drink?" I was like, "I don't drink."
Yeah. And
I was like, they asked me why. I said, well, when I played soccer, they had a study that said like alcohol comes out of your system every like you drink it and then it takes 7 days to come out of your system or whatnot, right? And then everybody was like, I don't think that it's ever been out of my system.
That's very, very, very true, especially in quarantine. I think everyone has kind of picked up a couple bad habits, but hopefully some good ones too.
That's it.
Good ones too, and it'll be okay.
Yeah. So it's great talking to you, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week.
Yes, I love it.
Thank you for tuning in for this week's episode. Make sure to give us a follow on Instagram at Cyrus Andre,
at Danny Femmel, and at PacWest Realtors.
Keep hustling
and stay motivated. We want to remind everyone that these opinions are our own and may not reflect those of the association.